beat.
Hello everybody, this is Maxwell McGee here at GamesCom 2011. We are checking out PlanetSide 2 right now, and to help me do that, I'm joined by Matthew Higby, who has just finished slamming that Red Bull. Matthew, how do you feel after that?
Tired still.
Believe it or not. All right, so here we go. PlanetSide 2, obviously a sequel to the very popular PlanetSide 1. Can you tell us a little bit more about what made the original PlanetSide so special and what you guys are doing to sort of recapture that magic with PlanetSide 2?
Yeah, absolutely. So PlanetSide 1 was basically a seminal, unprecedented gaming experience. It was the first time that hundreds and hundreds of players were able to compete directly with each other in massive open world combat. And it's sort of a never been duplicated formula. So with PlanetSide 2, we're really cranking up the graphics on it. We're making a modern FPS engine that's specifically tailored for having a massive game. So we have all the bells and whistles that today's FPS players would really demand, as well as all the systems that today's MMO players really want. We've slammed all that together into a really cool gaming experience that I think any kind of gamer from MMO to FPS is going to have an awesome time playing.
So I understand you guys have made some, we'll say, controversial changes to how classes and skills are handled in PlanetSide 2. Could you tell us a little bit more about that and the reasoning behind your decision?
Yeah, so with PlanetSide 2, we've added classes to the game. Classes are interchangeable. You're able to jump back and forth between classes. You're never locked into one class at a time. The reason that we've added classes is because we really wanted to explore some different gameplay types. We wanted to add some really unique class abilities into the game, things like being able to jump jet, things like being able to cloak, and having players that could do all those things at once, from healing to shooting rockets at guys to being able to cloak and snipe and fire rockets all at the same time was getting to be a little bit too powerful. So we aligned all these into classes so that not only can you see somebody and be able to tell right away on the battlefield, this is what this guy is going to be able to do to me, but you're also pretty sure that they're not going to be able to do everything else in the game to you. And you can still go do pretty much everything in the game. There's not any restriction on what you as a player are able to do, just what you're able to do at one time. So the class system is really neat. It lets us have all of the flexibility of all these different types of gameplay without having to worry about all the imbalance of one person being able to access it all at the same time.
So let's talk a little bit more about what exactly players will be doing in the game. I understand it's pretty much 100% PvP content.
Yep, that's right. It's a massive open world game. We're talking about continents that are dozens of square kilometers where thousands of players can compete directly and simultaneously with one another. It's 100% PvP. It's a first-person shooter first. So when I play the game for the very first time, I'm jumping in as a guy with a gun and I am shooting players. There's not any sort of quest that you have to go through to unlock your gun or anything like that. It's definitely a visceral, fast-paced FPS experience, but it has this enormous back end of character personalization, customization, cool vehicles that can be unlocked, upgraded, all kinds of strategy that's involved in taking resources and owning facilities and setting up defenses and setting up assaults. So it's basically a really kick-ass, modern FPS experience with a gigantic back end that you would expect from an MMO.
Now obviously the MMO genre as a whole is just getting larger and larger, but you don't see a lot of FPS and MMO together these days. Can you tell us maybe why that is, and what are some of the challenges your team has faced in putting one of these types of games together?
Well, sure. I always tell people that I'm not really surprised that there's not very many successful MMO FPSs on the market, because making an MMO FPS is extremely hard. You're dealing with thousands of players and their latency, all the game systems that have to work together to allow that kind of gameplay to happen. But it's amazing to me that there's not more of them out there. And I think with PlanetSide 2, we are going to make the MMO FPS become the next big thing in gaming. You're going to start to see a gold rush towards it, because once we have this concept out there, and once people see like the right way to actually bring all these things together, I think you're going to start seeing a lot of these kind of games starting to spin off. And PlanetSide 2, we have a lot of challenges that we're solving. We have a lot of really clever systems that we've devised that allow all these sort of visceral experiences to be able to coexist with the long-term experiences. So yeah, we think we have a great formula, and we can't wait to show it to people, and we can't wait to see what becomes of this genre, and hopefully we're leading the pack.
All right, very cool. Well, we wish you the best of luck. Can you tell us maybe anything about when players can expect to get their hands on PlanetSide 2?
when it's done. We're working really hard right now, and as soon as we're ready to start letting players into beta, we'll be opening that up, and the game should be available. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I need a vacation, so hopefully soon.
All right, fair enough. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
All right, thanks.
Take care.
All right.